indefinite leave to remain. It's like the holy grail. ILR, will this affect my ILR? Will that affect my ILR? Like, that is the biggest question on like IMG groups. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 things you must avoid in order not to affect your ILR. Hi guys, my name is Sissy and I'm a Ghana medical doctor working in the UK, and people are always asking about this. What's going to affect my ILR? Will it affect my ILR? I went ahead and I searched for 5 things that you must make sure you don't do if you want to have your ILR. Like, make sure you don't do these things. If you do them, then you might risk your ILR in future. Number 1 is overstaying your visa. So if you overstay your visa, then this can actually risk a 10-year ban. So make sure you're not overstaying your visa, guys. This could easily happen accidentally. Actually, I'm not sure how it could happen. For me personally, I'm always aware and I'm on top of my things. But if you're one of those people who's not entirely very organized, then maybe set reminders, set alarms, go and have a look at your BRP, especially if you get like a 3-year one. Sometimes you can forget, like, when is it actually expiring? But can you really? I don't think so. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think you could overstay your visa accidentally? Because I'm pretty sure I couldn't. But this is one of the main things that can lead you to your ILR being denied in future, is overstaying your visa. Number 2 is breaking UK laws. If you break any UK laws, like the specific UK laws, like most of the major ones, probably any tiny things I think maybe won't be a big deal. But if you break UK laws, including fraud, includes criminal activity, obviously, fraud, traffic violations, so the kind of traffic violations that could lead to your ILR being denied include, for instance, failing to stop at a scene of a crime. So maybe you make an accident and then you just drive off and don't stop. That is very dangerous. Overspeeding, death by dangerous driving, drink or drunk driving, and also driving without insurance. Those were specifically mentioned that if you do any of these things, then you risk not having your ILR granted in future. So be careful, guys. Number 3 is failing to meet the requirements of your visa. So for instance, if you're on a student visa and you're not studying, or if you're on a work visa and you're not working, so in this case, really, your visa would be cancelled anyway. So I'm not quite sure how this would happen, but you never know. So if you fail to meet the requirements of your visa, so if you're in a work visa and you're not working, then what are you doing? Or maybe you actually could be on sick leave. So I have been on sick leave. I was on long-term sick leave, and I'll link a video there where I was actually on sick leave for a long time, so I wasn't working. But in that case, it's an exception. I talked about this more in detail in that video, so go have a look at that if you're interested. But if you're for any other reason in which you're on your work visa but you're not actually working, this could affect your ILR. I believe this is why at the time of applying, you need to get a letter to see that you're not taking any periods of unpaid leave. So you can't be taking unpaid leave, unfortunately, guys. You have to be taking annual leave or sick leave or some other leave, but you can't have unpaid leave. So if you do that, then this risks your ILR. The next thing is not paying your taxes. If you don't pay your taxes, then this is going to affect your ILR in future, guys. So if you're employed by, if you're like a doctor, for instance, then it's unlikely that you're not going to be paying your taxes, because by the time your salary comes, then they've deducted the taxes already. So maybe if there were some mistakes and maybe you are underpaying, but usually the HMRC will let you know that you've been underpaying your taxes and they can't give you a payment plan to pay. But I think this also applies if you have a business. For instance, you have a business on the side, you're allowed to have a side hustle. You're allowed to have £1,000 and not have to pay taxes on that. But if you make any more than that, then you want to be registering your business and paying your taxes. So if you have any business that's making loads of money like this, then you want to be making sure you're paying your taxes. So on that note, then please do like this video. Liking this video gives me a chance of also making some income, so then I can also start paying taxes on this income. So this is going to be an issue if you're self-employed or if you're a business owner. Then make sure your taxes are in order. So ideally you want to get an accountant to make sure you don't be risking your ILR in future. And the last thing is that you must have enough funds to support yourself. So you cannot be having public funds. So there's no access to public funds. Make sure you're not getting any benefits, and it's your responsibility to make sure you know this, because a lot of times the people working in these offices don't know about these rules. So I know, for instance, when I was taking my daughter to school, I told them that she can only have the 15 hours a week because I'm on a visa, and they were like, are you sure? They wanted to offer me like the 30 hours, which I know I'm not allowed because those are public funds. So make sure you know that you're not getting any benefits. Also, in like hospital, there was something called, I think, child allowance or or baby allowance, something like when you have a baby here that you're entitled to if you're in permanent residence or if you're a citizen. But if you're in a visa, you're not, guys. So make sure that if there's anyone trying to give you any money, or find out if it's part of the benefit system or if it's public funds, because you have no recourse to public funds if you're on a visa. This might affect your ILR in future. So which of these was new to you? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.